Royal rebuff. The jam that broke the monarchy. Greetings, Verity Voyagers. As the delicate blossoms of Kensington Gardens erupted into vibrant watercolors during the crisp spring of 2025, a tempest was gathering across the vast Atlantic. Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, perched in her immaculate Montecito mansion, her meticulously arranged kitchen glistening beneath the golden California rays, was finalizing what she presumed would be a diplomatic masterpiece. An Easter gift basket, overflowing with her latest entrepreneurial endeavor. AsEver artisanal preserves, marketed as the quintessence of organic opulence, and her calculated attempt to reinvent herself as a lifestyle empress. But what Meghan envisioned as a gesture of reconciliation towards the British royal establishment would rapidly disintegrate into a public relations catastrophe, with Buckingham Palace delivering a piercing rejection that left her utterly devastated. The concept had appeared infallible. Easter, a season of rebirth and reunification, presented the perfect moment for Meghan to extend a symbolic peace offering, in this case, an ornate wicker hamper, to her estranged aristocratic relations. The lavish basket, embellished with lustrous ribbons and a personalized note, contained an exquisite collection of AsEver preserves, strawberry rhubarb, lavender apricot, and an exclusive elderflower lemon variety, each crystal jar embossed with her distinctive cursive emblem. She visualized the Windsors assembled around a gleaming mahogany table at Sandringham, slathering her preserves on buttery scones, marveling at her entrepreneurial brilliance. "It's a peace offering," she reportedly confided to her entourage, "a demonstration that no animosity persists." Her personnel, perpetually deferential, nodded with apparent enthusiasm, though several subsequently admitted harboring private reservations regarding the scheme's potential reception. Meghan's confidence wasn't entirely unfounded. Her preserves had generated significant buzz within American celebrity circles, with luminaries like Chrissy Teigen and Gwyneth Paltrow applauding their authentic rustic quality. The AsEver brand, unveiled with a polished social media blitz, was marketed as a celebration of sustainable existence, with Meghan personally supervising every minute detail, from the environmentally conscious packaging to the ethically harvested ingredients. She'd even recruited a former royal culinary expert to advise on flavor compositions, aiming to infuse the products with subtle homage to British culinary heritage. The Easter basket, she calculated, would bridge the chasm between her California, commercial kingdom, and the monarchy's legendary legacy, demonstrating her capacity for diplomacy while simultaneously promoting her commercial enterprise. But the royal household, evidently, was thoroughly disinclined toward reconciliation, or preserves. When the ostentatious hamper arrived at Buckingham Palace, it encountered glacial indifference. According to insiders familiar with palace operations, the gift was promptly identified by staff as deeply problematic. The handwritten correspondence, characterized as excessively intimate and signed simply Meg, provoked disapproval among officials accustomed to the monarchy's unyielding protocol. The preserves themselves were examined with unmistakable skepticism. The palace maintains stringent regulations regarding unsolicited edible gifts, one confidential source divulged. Given the complicated history, concerns arose regarding the safety and authenticity of the contents. The insinuation was unmistakable. Meghan's offering wasn't merely unwelcome, but potentially dangerous. The rebuff was immediate and merciless. A palace representative issued a terse declaration confirming that the basket had been respectfully declined due to health and safety considerations, phrasing ostensibly innocuous, yet a masterclass in diplomatic shade, implying Meghan's preserves were unsuitable for aristocratic consumption. Social media platforms erupted instantaneously, with JamGate trending feverishly on X as royal enthusiasts and Meghan detractors piled onto the controversy. The palace essentially suggested her preserves might poison them, one user triumphantly proclaimed, while another circulated a meme depicting a jar labeled AsEver toxic. British tabloids, perpetually eager to lampoon the Duchess, splashed headlines like "Meghan's Jam Sham" and "Preserves Fit for Rubbish, Not Royalty." Blindsided by the ferocious backlash, Meghan retreated into crisis management mode. Her representatives frantically attempted to reframe the narrative, leaking accounts to sympathetic media outlets regarding her sincere intentions and the unjust scrutiny she endured. Yet the devastation was irreversible. The palace's rejection had transformed her meticulously orchestrated gesture into a public mortification, reinforcing perceptions that she remained hopelessly disconnected and unwelcome. She imagined this would constitute her Diana moment, a stratagem to capture hearts, a former confidant revealed. Instead, it cemented her status as the permanent royal pariah. The aftermath exposed profound flaws in Meghan's calculation. Her insistence on emblazoning the gift with AsEver branding, rather than sending a neutral offering, was interpreted as a calculated exploitation of royal connections for commercial advantage. It resembled a marketing ploy more than a genuine peace offering, a royal analyst observed on BBC Radio. The palace recognized the transparent manipulation. Critics emphasized that Meghan's message, reportedly containing platitudes about sharing sweetness, felt contrived and promotional rather than genuinely apologetic. Even her staunchest defenders struggled to justify the misstep, with one American commentator acknowledging she had catastrophically misinterpreted the situation. Behind closed doors, Meghan reportedly seethed with indignation. She feels utterly betrayed, disclosed a source within her inner circle. She invested genuine emotion into this gesture, and they transformed it into a public spectacle. Her frustration intensified due to the palace's steadfast refusal to engage further, with advisors reportedly counseling King Charles to avoid any direct response. The deafening silence compelled Meghan to confront the harsh reality that her reconciliation attempt had merely widened the insurmountable divide. Harry, caught in this familial crossfire, reportedly experienced profound conflict, urging his spouse to abandon the matter while privately lamenting his family's frigidity. The AsEver brand suffered significant commercial consequences as well. Online purchases, initially boosted by the Easter publicity, plummeted precipitously as consumers ridiculed the preserve's royal rejection. A viral thread dissected the ingredients manifesto, with amateur investigators questioning the authentic organic claims and speculating about artificial additives. One particularly vicious review in a prominent lifestyle publication characterized the elderflower lemon preserve as a perfect metaphor for Meghan herself. Excessively sweet, subtly bitter, and decidedly acquired taste. Retail partners, sensing the public relations nightmare, began quietly distancing themselves, with several boutique establishments removing the products from display. As the controversy subsided, Meghan confronted the wreckage of her aspirations. The Easter basket, intended to symbolize her resilience and magnanimity, had instead exposed her vulnerabilities. She had grossly underestimated the palace's capacity to exercise subtle influence, transforming a simple gift into a symbol of her permanent exclusion. "She's imploding," declared a prominent royal biographer during a television panel discussion. Each maneuver merely deepens her predicament. Yet characteristically, Meghan displayed no indication of surrender. Speculation intensified regarding an impending Netflix special where she would address the truth behind JamGate, though skeptics doubted its potential to sway entrenched public sentiment. In Montecito, the spring blossoms gradually withered, and Meghan's kitchen, once envisioned as her triumphant stage, increasingly resembled an opulent prison. The jars of AsEver preserves, arranged immaculately in her pantry, stood as stark reminders of a catastrophic miscalculation. She had aspired to spread sweetness, but instead had stirred a bitter controversy destined to linger long after the Easter celebrations concluded. For Meghan Markle, the Duchess who dared dream of redemption, the palace's rejection transcended mere snubbing. It conveyed an unmistakable warning that certain bridges, once incinerated, remain forever beyond restoration.